Hi guys, welcome to another video here on Jord's Quality Content, and today we're talking farms. Particularly this is a little sugarcane farm. Now this is functional, it kind of works, and the issue is that I have with farms is although you need them in survival, you know when you're walking around you kind of got a little some little builds going on, you got a little medieval world, and then you just have like this big square thing with your farming. It's not always the prettiest thing in the world, so we're gonna work on this, and we're gonna try and turn it into something beautiful. Right, the farm itself isn't too difficult to build, but I thought I'd show you anyway. All we're gonna need to do is dig out, trench 5 blocks there, come maybe 3 blocks across, and do the same here. That's gonna need to be powered. That's gonna need to be powered. In fact, now we need to go 2 down and power it. My bad. And then we'll just grab a block and put one on there. Then we're gonna want some powered rails. Then some normal rails. And then we're gonna want to come, let's see, 1 block there, get rid of that, that. And normal rails. And then I'll put a barrel here, put a hopper here, and bring the rails across like that, and hopefully that should go back and forth nice and easy enough. It does. Nice. We'll get rid of that for now, because it makes a lot of noise. Right, now we're going to want to put some dirt blocks just over the top of these rails here, and over the top of these ones too. And then we're going to want to get some building blocks and bring them around like this. Same thing on the other side. Nice and easy. We're going to want to leave a block here so the minecart can get up and down. So then we can kind of just put some blocks back here like this. And then fill these bits up with... Whoops. Fill these bits up with the wet stuff. And then we're just going to build this bit up just by another block. Same on the other side. And then we can fill this gap in just over the top of the water like this. Then we're going to want some pistons facing this way. Oops. Then some pistons facing this way. And then you should be able to cover that one up. And cover that one up. I'll just put a hole down here just for the time being, just while we put that there, and then when we put that there, should send the minecart on its way, and it should be going back and forth. Yep, it can all still work, nice. And then behind the pistons, we can just go up another block. In fact, we can do that for the whole thing. And then observers facing inwards on top of the pistons. Oops. And then redstone on top of those. And then we can go ahead and put in our sugar canes. Alright, now we've got that in place, the farm should be functional. The only thing we're going to need to do is put in some trapdoors like this. And we're going to want these to go all the way up to the top. Like this. Same thing on the other side. And then just flip them all up. Whoops. And then we're probably just going to want to put some wood here just to stop the sugarcane falling out the side. If you want to, what you can do is get a full block light source, so maybe something like a block of glowstone. That can be quite expensive in the early game, but you can also use jack-o'-lanterns if you want. It should just give a bit of light to help the sugarcane grow. I think it helps when you have light with the sugarcane. I don't know. So what we're going to do is turn this into a nice a little barn. So the first thing I'm going to do is just put some logs up here like this, and then some logs at the side like this, something like that, and then the same thing here. We'll just do that for now. Same thing here. And then I guess where this is and where this block is, I'm just going to bring up some logs just like this. Right, then I'm just going to fill in this wall here. And the same thing on the other side. This is pretty much going to be symmetrical. Alright, then what we're going to do is grab some spruce slabs, and we can just put them over the top of the redstone like this, and even give it a bit of an overhang. And this layer here we're also going to switch out for spruce blocks. Maybe we can put one under there, and bring these ones up across like this. Put one there, and maybe have a bit of a overhang at the side like that. Alright, that's looking good. We're just going to copy this straight over to the other side. Alright, now that's done and looking quite nice. We can bring these up just a little bit taller. And also we might want to put a bit of a roof over this bit. This is just going to stop the sugarcane popping out the top as well. Then maybe a little bit of something here. And just bring some blocks up like this. And then we're going to want to make like a roof. So maybe we have something like that. Just a little nice little shape going on. Then we can fill in this back bit here. Same thing on this side, but we'll leave a bit of a space for a doorway. Right, nice, and then we can fill in these bits here too. Then we're gonna grab some spruce stairs, and now we're gonna put them along the sides like this. An upside down one there, an upside down one there. Same thing here, upside down one, upside down one. Then we're gonna grab some full blocks with some stairs on top. Upside down one on the ends. Same thing on the other side. And then we're just going to go for a straight up stair block here. And the same thing here. And fill the middle in with planks. It should give us this nice kind of roof design that I quite enjoy. We have some space on the interior too, and one thing I sometimes do is if we just get rid of this top layer here, and then we can put some stairs across like this. and then some spruce slabs. But we're gonna leave a gap here. Let me just light this place up real quick. We could potentially have space for another farm in here if we really wanted to. Sometimes I like to put in a pumpkin farm, so we can put in a pumpkin farm if we want. So we're just gonna grab a barrel, put that there, and put a hopper on top of it. And then what you're gonna want to do is put some rails in, like this. Bring them across this way, then across this way, and we can put a powered rail there. Power that rail, power that rail. And what we can do to power this is there's a little gap here, and that's a perfect little place for a redstone torch. And that should be enough power for another hopper minecart. That's a furnace minecart, get the right thing. And that should have enough momentum to go back and forth, which it does. So across these two, we're just gonna put as dirt blocks, and this is just where the pumpkins are gonna grow. But we need to get rid of these temporarily, so we're gonna need some pistons. And they're gonna need to go on this block here. Okay. And then we can fill the rest in here. Also in the middle, we're just gonna just make enough room just for a little water source. And this should be able to make sure all this land here, that's going to be farmland, is going to be able to be hydrated. So this strip here, we're just going to do that with. Then we're going to grab us pumpkin seeds. And then we're going to want some blocks here. You can even put a light source block in if you want. This is just going to make sure when the pumpkins are broken, they can only go onto these two blocks here, which is directly on top of the rails for the minecart hopper. I'll grab a few more observers, just place them on top of the pumpkin seeds. Then some redstone dust over the top of everything. And that should be us pumpkin farm ready to go. Alright, with the farms in place now, we're gonna start just working on prettying this little bit up. So the first thing we can do is maybe just put a little window in if you really want. Or you can have the window there watching the minecart go round and round. It's up to you. I think I'm gonna go for the window. I think the window here will work nice. And we can just add little bits of depth into it with some stairs. So something like that. For the window itself, you have a couple of options. You can go with a fence, you can go with glass, or you can go with these oak trapdoors. I kind of like these, so I'm going to use these for this particular build. Then we're just going to grab some more kind of some stair blocks here. Can put just something over the doorway like this. Maybe add some fences to it like this. Then with some slabs we can do something similar just over the window. Maybe I might make this go like this, maybe. Something like that. Adds a nice bit of depth. And then we're gonna just want to add a bit more detail to this thing. So I've got myself some stripped oak wood and some oak stairs. We're also gonna want to put a door on this thing. Let's grab a spruce door. They tend to be my favourites. And then what we can do is just mess about with the blocks here a little bit. So maybe add some stripped oak just here and there. Don't need to go too overboard with it. Just little bits and bats here and there. The same on these bits. Just something like that. And we can actually add these stair blocks in kind of willy-nilly. And what this is gonna do is kind of like little bits of the planks are missing, you know, like little imperfections in the woodwork. So we can maybe not add one there. We could potentially do something like that. Add just here and there, and it just adds this just a little bit of depth. And like it makes the building look a little bit old and worn and used. So if that's something you like, that's something you can do. And you can do this to all the sides if you really want to. So you could even put another kind of log in if you want, like a bit of a support there. And same thing, just some stripped oak willy-nilly, and some oak stairs here and there. Just something like that. It helps break it up a little bit. And even like these little bits up here, you can do something something similar if you really want to. Alright, I've just gone around kind of every side and added these bits of details and windows and stuff. You can even add just little extra bits if you want, like these kind of fence gate things. Just like supports for the roof, that kind of idea. Maybe some just here and there. They're trying to just create this feel of like this thing's just being held up, right? So maybe even one right up there if you want. We've got one there, so maybe we just have something like that. Just add something a little bit extra. We can add a bit of greenery with some kind of leaves. You know, like maybe some ivy growing up the sides, that kind of thing. Again, just little bits here and there. You don't need to go too overboard with it. There's just some leaves on the roof. You can add those if you want to. You can even add some really tiny little details with some oak buttons. So it's just kind of like little imperfections in the logs that have been cut. So you can add little things like that if that takes your fancy. And I think this is starting to come together very nicely here. Just one or two little extra things. You're going to want some light outside this thing when it gets night time. So maybe you can just dangle some lanterns down, like so. Just something like that. And I think that just finishes... Excuse me. Yeah, I think that just finishes the thing off really nicely. Right, something else you can do to this, if you really want to, since we're growing sugarcanes and pumpkins, is we can try turn it into a pumpkin pie farm. So I'm just gonna go down to where the rail is, which is... Okay, it's on that block there. This water's gonna make things a bit trickier. So that's where the rail is, and on the rail we're just gonna put a hopper facing it. Like so. And when the hopper minecart comes past, this is actually going to fill the hopper minecart up. And what we're going to want to do is put another one facing that. This is a bit more, a bit of an expensive thing, using so many hoppers. So if you're in the early game, it might be something you might not want to do so much. But it's just something to add. And this wall here, we can actually just take out because of the design of the thing. and we can actually utilize this space. Yeah, it's just something you can do if you're not stuck fast for iron. So yeah, it depends on how many resources you have. Right, it's just a nice little addition you can make. We're gonna put some logs up there, like so. We're gonna bring some slabs like this. I'm using spruce. You can use whichever slabs you like. And then, yeah, maybe we bring up some logs like this. And then maybe bring some out like so. I think I'm actually gonna change these to planks. Just gonna add a mini roof, something like that. Could even, if we wanted to try and make this roof a bit more interesting, it's kind of just bring something out like this. And something like this. Now these stairs I actually want facing like that. And we're gonna grab some oak trapdoors again. We're gonna put them here and here. And some spruce ones. Just on the sides. Yeah, I kinda like that. And maybe just to cover these kind of things up. Then in survival, you're gonna want to try and get a nice stack of eggs if you can, and get some chickens in there. With the normal eggs, they will spawn baby chickens, so you got to be very quick when you do the eggs, and then shut the trapdoor. Otherwise, you're gonna have baby chickens running everywhere. But yeah, it just makes a nice little chicken coop at the side here, and then when our minecart's in, and because of the way the hopper's facing, it's actually going to pick them up and put them in the barrel. Small error on my part, make sure you've got a full block behind the minecart rails, the powered rails there. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Small oversight there, but I thought it'd be just something worth mentioning. Now, as you can see, we've got pumpkins and sugarcane already growing, so that's good. Just heard an egg pop as well, so let's see if that gets dropped off in here. There it is. So yeah, we've got what I like to call the Autobarn, or the automatic pumpkin pie farm barn. Anyway, I hope you found this video helpful, and I hope it just gave you a bit of inspiration to kind of think about how you can get your farms looking nice and fitting into your world a little bit more. Like I say, if we look at this, I think it just fits in a lot better with the kind of the medieval houses we've got just around this place. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. But yeah, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.